There was a study done at Harvard. I think it was Harvard Business Review put it out a few years ago in this article. But this basically the best way to continue moving forward on something is to facilitate small wins. So it's better than taking down a big win. It's more important for continuing something to take on a lot of small wins. So this is just like psychology and how our minds are wired. Is we want to get a lot of small wins. So those small multifamily properties are fairly easy to take down. They're like if you're out hunting, they're like the rabbits that are everywhere, and you can do them. They don't make a ton of money. You're not going to get rich off the rabbits. Or get fat off the rabbits, but they're good to get that momentum going. Same thing with like when Josh was doing BiggerPockets or when I was doing my first stuff. Like it's good to get those little deals, like that 25 unit you guys bought. Like that was good momentum. That didn't make you rich, like that one deal, but that one deal made you rich. In other words, like that one deal, if you wouldn't have done that first deal, you would have never got to where you are today. But you have to start there. And this is something I teach at BiggerPockets a lot, and it's something that this is like the aha moment that when I look back in my life, realized what I had done, and I kind of put it into a framework that I can understand. A lot of people get scared about multifamily when they think 500 units or 100 units, 50 units, right? Especially when I say, hey, if you were making $100 per unit, you'd only need 50 units to make $5,000 a month in profit. Like that, if you were making $100 per unit per month after all expenses, let's just for easy math, right? And people are like, well, 50, I can't even buy one property. Like, that's so hard. How would I buy 50? And so I explained this concept called the stack. And the stack is like this. Level one, if all you did this year was bought a duplex, nothing else, you bought a duplex, and then you sat around for a year and just learned how to do it, right? I'm not saying you have to start there, but just here's the logic, right? Next year, a whole year later, you buy a fourplex. I mean, you've already bought a duplex. You did the hard part. You started the train moving, the momentum's going. You buy the fourplex. You figure out how that works. You're like, okay, I figured this stuff out. And then maybe a whole year later, you buy an 8 unit. Now you're in the commercial world, right? You learn how commercial lending works, but it's still not a big deal. If you handled a fourplex and a duplex, you can handle an 8 unit. The year after you do a 16 unit, the year after you do a 32 unit, and the year after you do a 64 unit. After 5 years now, you're at over 100 units now. And you scaled conservatively. Like you didn't go crazy. You didn't start, like, I don't even know what real estate is. Let's go buy a 200 unit. Because that would be tough for most people unless you partnered well, which is the one way you can, jump levels of the stack is by partnering with somebody who's already gone through the stack. But like you scaled quickly, but conservatively. And those two things seem diametrically opposed, but they're not. You can scale quickly and conservatively because you just do it outside, what I call outside your zone of comfort, but within your zone of ability. So if you think of a two concentric circles, right? The inside circle is your comfort zone. The outside circle is your ability zone. And then there's your inability zone. You don't want to invest in your inability zone because that's where mistakes happen. But you also don't want to live in your comfort zone forever because that's where you get stuck doing single family deals all day long or duplex, triplex, and you never build up enough passive income to quit your job. So it's that zone of like where you're outside your comfort zone, but within your ability zone. So that's when I look back on my life, I realized that's what I did. That's what the stack was.